Hey, how's it going, guys? Timbo here. Today, just hanging out in the garage. Going to talk about my three favorite everyday carry knives. Just kind of go over a little bit about each one and why I like them. So, without further ado, let's get to it. All right, and here we are. My top three favorites. Excuse me. First off, we got the Benchmade Bugout. Second favorite, we got the 940 Osborne, and finally we got the Spyderco PM2. Let's go ahead and start with the Benchmade Bugout. The reason this is my favorite knife is because, well, it's has a whole lot of sentimental value to me. I just had my first baby girl about a year ago, and this was my first ever Father's Day gift. So, really great Father's Day gift, quite frankly. We got a drop point blade with S30V steel. Great steel, holds an edge very well, easy to sharpen. I ended up swapping out the factory scales, and I got these titanium anodized scales by Rock Scale Design, and they are just amazing. They fit so well on the blade. Everything I get from them is just fantastic. They got the critter scales on here, and these are just really great knife scales. Great traditional drop point blade, like it's a smaller blade, has a good grip. Doesn't take a whole lot of room in your pocket, doesn't weigh a whole lot of anything. That's actually their selling points of these knives. There's the bug out. You're supposed to throw it in a bug out bag and leave it. It's a great backup knife. I use it for an everyday carry. 95% of the time, 90% of the time, I'm always carrying this thing. It is my go-to. Yeah, you got the Apex, not Apex, what do you call it? Axis lock. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of blade geometry or something. You got the axis lock, which is, fantastic. It really doesn't get much better than an axis lock for a locking mechanism. It works well. And just a great all around knife. You got the deep carry pocket clip. You can carry left side. Oh, I guess you could only carry this on one side, the pocket clip. Quite frankly, doesn't matter to me. It's the way I like it. Tip up. I love this thing. Benchmade Bugout. Number two here, we have the 940 Osborne. I really shouldn't have to do a whole lot of explaining about this one. This is just your Benchmade's, I would have to say, most popular blade, and it's popular for a reason. It's a great, fantastic knife. You got a reverse Tano style blade, S30V steel, just like the Bugout. Great edge retention, easy to sharpen, and it's just a great all-around blade. Quite frankly, I've used this thing for everything from stabbing stuff to cutting rope, zip ties, cutting bags open, mail, everything. Whatever I've thrown at it, it does the job that's intended. On this one, I got rock scale designs as well. This might be a little harder to see the critter scales on this because it's black, but yeah, I got the rock scale designs on this one. Got the back spacer. It's just an all-around fantastic knife. You got the same locking mechanism, the axis. Makes for easy opening and shutting, one-handed, no problem. I love this knife, the 940. You cannot go wrong with a 940, quite frankly, in my opinion. Just a great knife. And on to another great knife, which I used to always talk trash about, and I never thought a Spyderco would be in my top three, but this PM2 is awesome. Paramilitary 2, you got the S45 steel. Let's see, S45. G10, very grippy G10 handles. The ergonomics on this knife are just phenomenal. I used to always make fun of the Spidey hole. They look silly, and it makes them all look alike, but it works phenomenal. The action on this knife is like no other, really. I mean, it feels like you're opening a brand new knife every time. The compression lock on this thing is fantastic. I like it. At first I wasn't sure about it, but it didn't take long to grow on me. Same with the Benchmade, easy one-handed opening, shutting. And just the ergonomics of this thing are just so fantastic. I love how you really get on top of this thing and it's not going anywhere. And I suppose I'll pull out a contender for the mix. This was one of the contenders. Just because, not all the time. You can't always carry around a scary looking pocket knife. So like when I'm out on date nights or something like that, special occasions, I'll pull out my Benchmade Tengu. And at first, the only thing I didn't like about this knife was there's no pocket clip. I'm so used to pocket clips, but you get this nice little sleeve here, leather sleeve. It has the Benchmade logo on it, Made in America logo on it. Probably can't see it because it's super black on black. Excuse me. But this is an awesome knife. I love this knife. Oser design, 20 CV. This is a cool date night knife. So I almost picked this one over the Spyderco, just for the fact that I haven't owned the Spyderco that long, and so I don't know how it's going to be in in 2 weeks time, 3 weeks time, 3 years time. Everything else I've had for a little while, and they've shown, I know what they're capable of. That's why this one almost made it. But I don't know. I did fall in love with the Spyderco very, very quickly. But this is a good, this is my runner-up, Benchmade Tengu. Awesome little date night knife. Alrighty, there you have it. You got my 3 favorite knives, and the PM2, the 940 Osborne, and the Benchmade Bugout. This one being my favorite. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back. We got a bunch to talk about. I got all sort of EDC gear we could talk about, and actually, me and my buddy Chris are going to be collabing on some knife videos pretty soon here. So, stay tuned for that. With that being said, I hope you guys have a good day. Take it easy.